Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. How Joan Vassos, the Golden Bachelorette, overcame her guilt about moving on after her husband died. Joan Vassos discussed why she felt bad about making friends after her spouse passed away, and the guidance that helped her on her path ahead of the premiere of The Golden Bachelorette. As the first ever Golden Bachelorette, Joan Vassos is sowing the seeds for a new chapter in her life. She still loves her late husband Joan Vassos, who passed away in 2021 from pancreatic cancer. Despite this, it wasn't simple, though, to let her heart open again. I've never had a really good romantic connection with anybody after John's passing, so when I started feeling connected to some of the men on the show, I all of a sudden started feeling guilty, Joan said in a private interview with E! News. As if I wasn't paying tribute to his memory, or that I needed to let go of him somehow to make room for someone else in my heart. But when the psychiatrists on the show briefly kidnapped her to give her advice, a whole other perspective emerged. The 61-year-old claimed, they said, "You can have two balloons in your hand. John might be this balloon, and the person you're connecting with might be this balloon," he continued. She refuses to let go of John because she says, "And you don't have to let go of this one to hold on to this one." Joan went on, "Knowing that he could always have a place in my heart and in my mind was such good advice. It made the journey possible for me. I have a big heart, and I could have another person in another part of my heart, and that was okay." Fans will also witness her give so much of herself to so many people during her love quest, which starts on September 18th. The administrator of the private school said, "You share a lot of really intimate details about your life, like emotional things. And so I formed love connections with a lot of the men, not all of them romantic. But when you share those kind of really personal things, honestly, you're going to see this in a really good way, but a really emotional journey for everybody, the men and myself, that you do form really deep connections with people." When Joan left The Golden Bachelor with Gerry Turner to help her daughter who was suffering from postpartum depression, she believed her adventure had come to an end. "I felt like this was the perfect fit for me," the reality star said. "At the time, I believed that my time on The Bachelor would be brief, and that I would become another one of those people with a brief stint on The Bachelor, someone that people would occasionally remember or who would make a great conversation starter when they hear, 'Yeah, I was on The Golden Bachelor the first season.' It was only the beginning, of course. I was shocked," Joan said when producers contacted her about The Golden Bachelorette. "And when it actually got offered to me, I felt like I had won the lotto, honestly. Fans will simply have to wait and see if she achieves her happily ever after." Joan teasingly said, "Like every Bachelor finale in history, everyone's is kind of unique. Mine is too. And I believe I ended up right where I should have been." Greg Grippo, who had been one of Katie Thurston's suitors on The Bachelorette the year before, appeared alongside Victoria Fuller on the 8th season finale of Bachelor in Paradise in November 2022. It was there when the two declared their relationship. He disclosed that the two had called it quits in April 2024. Victoria Fuller called it quits on her engagement to co-star Johnny DeFilippo prior to her and Greg Grippo making their romance public during the 8th season finale of Bachelor in Paradise. During the first season of The Golden Bachelor, in November 2023, Gerry Turner and Teresa Nist exchanged vows. Their televised wedding took place in January 2024, but the couple declared their breakup 3 months after being married. During a joint appearance on Good Morning America with Teresa in April 2024, Gerry said, "Teresa and I have had a number of heart-to-heart conversations, and we've looked closely at our situation, our living situation, and so forth. We've come to the conclusion mutually that it's probably time for us to dissolve our marriage." Based on court papers that E! examined, they came to a divorce settlement in June 2024. Updates. Tennis player Joey Graziadei discovered his ideal match in project manager Kelsey Anderson after pursuing 32 possible spouses. Joey said to his last rose recipient, "I can't wait another minute to tell you that I love you," just before proposing during his season's March 2024 finale. "There is something about you. You have this infectious energy that makes me smile. It's a feeling I've never had before. I have known for a while that I've wanted to have a beautiful life, but I truly didn't know how beautiful that life could be until I met you," he said, envisioning his forever with the Louisiana native. While they didn't click until halfway through Season 9 of Bachelor in Paradise, underwater welder John Henry Spurlock, one of Charity Lawson's suitors, and nurse Cat Izzo, she vied for Zach Shallcross's heart, were prepared to go all in. "I'm going to try something a little different," he declared, presenting an Asher-cut diamond from Neil Lane. "I'm following my heart today. My heart's telling me that you are amazing. You are everything that I'm looking for." However, the pair disclosed that they could no longer see eternity in each other's eyes a few days after the finale aired. "While our paths are taking different directions due to our career goals not aligning," they wrote in a joint statement to Instagram, "we are grateful for the love and support we've received from our family, friends, and Bachelor Nation." Eliza Isake, Clayton Echard's ex-girlfriend, was nervous about being engaged in Paradise, but she gladly accepted Aaron Bryant's proposal on the oceanfront, even though she was dressed entirely in white. She was moved by the software salesman's choice to ask her mother for approval and exclaimed, "I knew I was not in control of what was going to come out of my mouth." After returning from Mexico, Charity's ex-boyfriend and marketing manager Eliza had some difficulties, as the finale's coda recognized. A few days later, they declared their engagement had been formally called off. December 2023. "Tricky emotions watching it all unfold," he posted on Instagram. "We're leading our amicable split with nothing but positivity and mutual respect for one another." Postpartum nurse Kylie Russell took a hard line against boyfriend Avon Jones for not proposing on Paradise, even though he was allegedly ready to do so when he was courting Bachelorette Rachel Recchia. Nevertheless, she accepted Avon's offer to get out of here and make it work. "I just had to do what I felt was right," she explained, despite the fact that it meant her intended engagement gown stayed packed. Love is all about taking risk. After the December 2023 finale aired, Avon apologized to Kylie on her Instagram stories 2 days later, saying, "I have made major mistakes in the relationship and hurt someone who was very close to me." She also stated that their relationship had dissolved due to multiple infidelities. To Charity Lawson teased, "I am happy with how this season turns out." News, an announcement that in a sense belied her August 2023 conclusion. Integrative medicine expert Doten Alyabiko declared their love to be perfect, bending down to ask the child and family therapist, "Would you do me the honor of turning this fairy tale into a reality?" The couple stated that they are thinking about getting married in 2025 or 2026, but before that, the Georgia native will take a spin around the Dancing with the Stars ballroom. During The Bachelorette, after the final rose, Doten comforted Charity, saying, "All right, baby. So I know you like to cut up, you like to dance, and you like to get down. You know that we've talked about this, about how amazing this opportunity would be. And I am so happy to be the one to tell you that you're going to be on Dancing with the Stars. Baby, let's go." Zach will get his happily ever after. Zach Shallcross concluded Season 27 in March 2023 down on one knee, despite a number of missteps pertaining to Fantasy Suite. Telling travel nurse Katie Bigger, "I am so in love with you. You are my world. The love I feel for you is something I could have never imagined." The Texas-based couple took a significant step forward in their relationship in July 2023 when Katie posted on Instagram, "Officially roommates." They are presently preparing to exchange vows in October 2025. Oh, Dad and Mom. Michael Alio, a single father who shares a 7-year-old son named James with his late wife, and Danielle Maltby, who lost her fiancé to a drug overdose years before competing on Nick Viall's season, seemed destined for Bachelor Nation couple goals status, even though they left BIP Season 7 hand-in-lane diamond-free hand. However, Maltby revealed they were divorcing a year after moving to Ohio to be with Alio from Nashville. "We put a lot of ourselves into this relationship, and when it doesn't work out, it's really awful," Alio stated in a podcast episode from September 2023 featuring Jason Tartick's Trading Secrets. "When things don't work out, when you realize that love is there, but you're not necessarily compatible, You mourn the loss, not of just that person and that friend in your life, but also the future that you had envisioned. On Season 7 of Paradise, Brandon Jones declared, "I want to start forever with you and I will love you until the end of time," as he proposed to his best friend, Serene Russell. Unfortunately, their trip was cut short. In a joint statement released in May 2023, Serene, who dated Clayton Echard and Brandon, the runner-up on Michelle Young's season, confirmed their breakup 5 months after their engagement went public. "We have tried to work privately on our relationship, which has been incredibly challenging in the public eye," they posted to Instagram. "This has been immensely hard to accept and painful, as there is a lot of love between the two of us. We are deeply hurting and can only ask that there be no hate." After general contractor Tino Franco made out with another lady while their 2022 season was still airing, pilot Rachel's engagement to him came to an abrupt end. He declared on the Vile Files, "I do not stand by what I did at all. It was not cool. It wasn't fair to Rachel, and it haunts me daily still. It's something I'm ashamed of, and certainly wish I could have done it differently like 1,000,000 times over." Yes, it was quite the journey. In the 2022 finale, Susie Evans turned down Bachelor Clayton Echard's advances at first, but they eventually reconciled off-screen before breaking up for good 6 months later. However, the videographer from Los Angeles maintains that their split was appropriate. In a November 2022 blog entry for her, Susie was like, blog, she wrote, "The people around me could see that my sparkle had dulled and I was far from thriving." She recognized that they had joyous moments often, but deep down I was struggling and felt misaligned with the best version of myself. After that, Susie started dating Justin Glaze, a contestant on Bachelor Nation, and the two of them announced their split in August 2024. Nate Alyakoya, a sales executive from Texas, gave Minnesotan elementary school teacher Michelle a Neil Lane sparkler. She also received a $200,000 payment from the producers to use toward their future house. Ultimately, though, the couple announced their split 6 months after the season finale aired in December 2021 because they simply didn't have the correct foundation. There was lots of ups and downs, lots of arguments, lots of fights, and just not really clicking, not really seeing eye to eye. Nate admitted on the Vile Files, calling the decision to forego that last split talk in person a dick move. The idea of Marissa Gunn and Riley Christian of A World Full of Romantic Sunday Mornings was warmly received by viewers. However, the BIP Season 7 team ended up spending barely a few dozen weekends together. A joint statement from January 2022 stated, "We have decided to go our separate ways." From Tayshia Adams's suitor, Riley's legal representation and patient coordinator Marissa, who courted Peter Weber. "Never did we imagine this, but we've come to a point where we both need to work on ourselves." The first same-sex pair in Bachelor Nation got engaged during Season 6 of Bachelor in Paradise, but they broke up on Halloween of this year. What has always been at the forefront of our relationship is love and care for one another. Our priority is doing what is best for us. With a heavy heart full of love for one another, we have decided it is best for us to take a step back from our relationship, the pair said in an Instagram post. "We ultimately want what is best for us in the long run, and for us right now, that means being apart and growing individually." Lost paradise? Not exactly. Despite their breakup in Mexico during Season 7 of the BIP, Noah Erb and Abigail Herringer discovered they could view the world in each other's eyes. The financial manager who got Matt James' first impression rose, and the travel nurse who fought for Tayshia's heart, just bought a property in his hometown of Tulsa after originally relocating to San Diego. In July 2023, Abigail posted on Instagram saying, "Your girl bought her very first house. About to enter our Chip and Joanna Gaines era, commencing with a few wedding ideas. Excited to start our next chapter and for all the memories we'll create here." In August 2023, Noah proposed in front of their move to a house on the seaside in San Diego. It never hurts to give it a little try. About a year after breaking off their engagement from Paradise, Serena Pitt, a finalist on Matt James' season, and Joe Amable, the Chicago grocery store owner who became famous after Becca Kufrin sent him home on the first night of 2018, decided to just do the damn thing at City Hall near their New York City digs while arranging their September 2023 vows. The October 2022 video was captioned "Just Married" by Serena, who is currently hosting the Bachelor Happy Hour podcast alongside her spouse. "We are still having a wedding this September, but who doesn't want to get married twice? Mari, I feel so deeply in love with you," boy band manager Kenny Brash exclaimed during the 2021 Paradise finale as he placed the Neil Lane diamond on Mari Pepin's finger. "I literally can't imagine my life without you." In order to prepare for their forever, the Maryland beauty queen, who first wowed Bachelor Matt, relocated to Kenny's hometown of Chicago. And before she and Kenny, who was eliminated by Tayshia Adams in Week 5, married in a lavish ceremony on the water in Puerto Rico in November 2023, they sealed their relationship with matching tattoos while visiting the Bahamas in May 2023. Becca, a former bachelorette, and Thomas Jacobs, a potential suitor of Katie Thurston, dated during Bachelor in Paradise Season 7 in 2021. They broke up during the program, but made up after production was finished. The real estate agent returned the favor in October 2022. In May 2022, they announced their engagement and that Becca had proposed. "I hope that other people can now feel empowered and say it's okay to bend the rules," she told E! News. The couple welcomed their first child, son Benson, in September 2023. Becca posted on Instagram saying, "No amount of words can begin to capture the amount of love and awe we have over this tiny man." Despite her intense affection for her 6'6" partner, the couple tied the knot in an impromptu ceremony on October 13th, weeks after she brought Benson home. The couple first declared their love for one another on their overnight date, which included an outdoor paintball game, a cowboy tub, and a conversation under the stars. Katie and Blake Moynes were engaged on The Bachelorette Season 17 finale in 2021. Blake said to Katie while on his knee, "You deserve the world, and I'm excited to support you and be there for you every day moving forward." In matching statements, the couple revealed their breakup 3 months after the proposal aired, saying, "We are so grateful for the moments we shared together and the entire journey that has unfolded this year. But we ultimately have concluded that we are not compatible as life partners, and it is the most caring choice for both of us to move forward independently."